Hey Nira, I'm going to McBoss. What do you want from it?
I would like a McBlind night, please.
Alright, I'll get that for you. Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to our Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race Speed KB2. We're playing MCBoss Shuffle, or Big Boss as it's lovably known. We have GFE, Koi, Sailor Nep, and Raids here. I'm Professor Render, and obviously I mentioned Nira Lightshine, just after with that little shtick about going to Big Boss.
Yeah, the joke didn't really make sense to me until we just started up, actually.
Yeah. So, for those who are out of the loop for MCBoss, this was a main tournament mode for, I believe, last year's main tournament as we get underway. So this is a map compass shuffle. So we won't have prize information right out of the gate. We have to find maps to find that information. And then we also need to find compasses, not for just so we can find what the boss is, because we have a full boss shuffle, which means there will be at least 3 duplicates. There won't be there won't be a whole lot of duplicates like you would see in a Chaos Boss Shuffler, but 3 duplicates.
Yep. Also, we got a heart container in the Link's house and a piece of heart in the sanctuary, with 3 bombs in Uncle's chest with 10 arrows on Uncle. And that's the Cane of Samaria, though.
That's an early Samaria.
Yeah, that's one less thing you have to worry about. Because if you have to do right side of GT, you need that cane.
Yeah, of course. That and so yeah, right now it doesn't do a whole lot. It's an offensive weapon.
Yep.
But it's yeah, it's a thing.
Better to have a weapon in this game and turn out you don't need it for a long period of time, but this is Zelda, that's not going to be the case for very long.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So everyone seemed there was some Uncle Star users, and yeah, and then we did see, I believe, some people went down to just the sank, so I wasn't paying too close attention because of that little spiel.
That looked like a shield on Lumberjack.
Yep, that is a shield. We will not be needing that. So at max, we're probably looking at just a fire shield.
Yep. Yeah, none of our runners are going to go out of their way for a shield.
No. Especially when shields will, no matter what shield it is, it will generate lag. So that, or if you're in the camp of Lana Bean, they cover up the sprites.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Lana on that one.
That's true, because my sprite gets covered as well. All right. Anyway, we found Turtle Rock's compass.
Yep, cannot cover up Professor Fluffy Butt. There is
Okay. All right. We did find flippers. That's one thing. So,
yeah.
Alma Bone Glove.
Bow, glove, and flippers in blind, along with 20 rubies, and the map to Tower of Hera.
All right, composure. We did get a blue meal from the well, so we have a red Geno already.
Yep.
So yeah, this is just CAC. Nothing too crazy. Well, GFE. So our MSUs that we have available for today, we have GFE going with the Mega Man mix, as if you can tell, this is Crash Man's theme. And then Sailor Nep is running Omori.
Crash Man's Mega Man 7.
2. Mega Man 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That wouldn't be Mega Man X then, though.
No, if this is mostly, I believe, NES titles, so 7 would have been Super Nintendo, and 8 would have been PS1, and then 9 through 10 is NES, and then 11 was just it's fully 2.5D.
That's the Cane of Burna though on the bottle vendor.
It's an informed weapon.
Yep, that like I prefer using the Cane of Burna over Cane of Samaria as a weapon.
I'm surprised because I don't particularly like it in standard random swords, but I do like it for some offensive capability.
It's more the fact that I struggle with the Cane of Samaria as a weapon. And on Race Ledge, we have 10 arrows. So Sailor Nep doing the wise choice of doing a check of it.
Well, both strategies are fine. So actually, GP said you're going to be collecting this one, which okay. I guess we got a bow, so we might as well pick up some arrows and for it as we head over to as we might be heading over to the Eastern area soon-ish.
That's a hammer.
That's a pretty ugly spot for the hammer.
Yeah, it is. You need mirror for that, and you need Dark World, meaning that AGA 1 is required.
That sounds about right. Well,
actually, no. You need Titan's Mitts. Actually, I think at that point,
it would have to be a mid start or a mid Dark World, if to avoid AGA.
True. Yeah,
Wait,
then you need the hook shot to get to the left side of Dark World.
We did see our first sword, and that was off of the hobo.
Okay, yeah, I was just seeing chat mentioning hobo having packing heat, and like, but we don't got guns in this game. That's what the winter stuff is for.
That was our tracker, Suzaru, along with Keith being our second tracker.
Yes, thank you guys.
Alright, so Koi is going to be doing this South Shore play as we see Raid's getting Ether.
Yeah, he did. Must have been in the dam.
That was the dam, correct.
And Mini Muldorm has the Titan's Mitts and the Moon Pearl.
Okay, so we have one more piece left to get that hammer. So the good news is that we don't have to worry about AGA at this point, because considering what we know about the hammer. Well,
it was Ice Palace compass in underwater too.
Still not bad information, and even then, you still don't have to worry too much. And to answer your question in chat, the hammer was on the like Halia Island, so which is Dark World access locked and mirror locked and flipper locked.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how many items are locked behind locking it, but we also have all but the mirror right now to get to it.
Sailor Nep gonna go ahead and he has some magic to use to spare, and that will be able to let him use the ether here.
He also got a magic refill. Or no, Sailor did, I'm sorry. I'm getting my screens mixed up. And Sailor and everybody but GFE has the Moon Pearl and Titan's Mitts now.
Also, I should clarify. When we talk about Sailor, I'm gonna be it's she her, not he him. My apologies.
Oh, okay, I should know that. I've got race time pulled up.
Yeah. No
And
worries. Fire.
that's oh, yep. Yeah, that's a good find. That actually, with the right placement in Eastern, means that Eastern's fully in logic.
Yeah, if provided that the big key is not vanilla, we will have access to it. So Sailor Dep is going to be passing on this map, which, okay, I guess that's fine because you would have to go out of your way to get that map, and you have you have some stuff to do. So it's just better to just get a move on there.
Yep.
Now
is inside of. I suddenly forget what this dungeon is called.
Skullwoods.
Thank you.
Oh, interesting. So there is a magic refill underneath that pot. It looks like that the sprite despawned.
Oof. And that's 3 oh no, it's 20 rubies. Ugh. I hate glitches like that, though.
It's...
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, it's, and not to mention he does... And there's the lamp, in front of Swamp, or Skullwoods. So, that is both lamp, or fire sources. I now actually forget what I was going to say before.
So I guess I'll fill in the details here. So we also know that Tower of Hera, thanks to GFE checking slash Rala, we know this is the green pendant. But
and that was powder in the back, in the front of Swamp or Skullwoods. I'm getting my S dungeons. There was a bottle too in the back of Sass.
Yes. Oh, there's our second item too. There's our book.
No, that was our third. We found the lantern.
Right.
The powder and the something.
Book lamp powder.
And
so that was yeah. That's our third. That'd be 3 items. Yeah, because we have 4 items in Skull as opposed to the original 2 because we take out the maps and compasses. So GFE will head into Eastern here, but I will point. I was gonna say to fill in that gap because understandably the Super Nintendo has sprite limitations. Sometimes items will despawn. Drops will despawn because of the number of sprites, because order of operations for the sprite bank. So, but that does also mean that if you don't kill some enemies enough to kill enough enemies, then it's possible that a drop will just despawn because there's not enough sprite slots to fill that in.
Huh, I didn't know that. And Chess Game has the hook shot.
I should also mention that during that whole spiel about Super Nintendo sprite limitations, that we did find a big key in the front. So the front is the back's in logic.
Okay. Chat is wondering if the chat and me both are wondering if key items can despawn them too.
No. If key drops, no. Like that would be terrible if that was the case.
That's what I figured.
Oh hey, Mir.
Okay, are we looking at a jet seed tonight?
Maybe.
We won't know until we start knowing what dungeons are what. The only dungeon we know is Hera for being a green pendant. And the big key in Thieves Town is vanilla tonight.
Yeah. which that's fine because you don't really care about that whole much. You just care about what items you find out of there.
Yep, I also missed what the compass was that was found, but I wonder if Koi will look at the boss.
Yeah, this is perfectly fine because you can check this for free. We have a Argus sitting here, but without a sword or two, or even like a hammer, which we know where it is. Koi can't beat this.
Nope, but we can actually get that. GFE can get that hammer, and so can Sailor Nep, because they picked up a mirror.
Yes, Sailor Nep is in a much better position to get that because she went down to the South Shore and Mini Boulder Cave first before GFE, so she will be in a better position to get that.
To be fair, though, GFE also did all of Castle, though, too.
Yeah, that's also the reason to play. And also one thing, too, is that Sailor Nep has the back-end logic as opposed to GFE, because she has yet to get that fire rod. Yep.
And neither have gotten to Skull Woods to get that lantern, either.
Yeah.
Why is he killing the green... enemies? I can remember these enemies' names when I'm racing, but never when I'm calming.
Oh, the Igors. That's just because, well, you have to get the key anyway.
No, I meant in the second room. Oh, and it's blind in Eastern today.
Oh, that in this room with the switch. Okay. Or whatever. But blind in here is actually is pretty good because, well, we can kill it. We're going to go take a look at the cave that is a cave. Johnny 2 bombs, as I'm going to call it from here on out.
3 bombs, 20 rubies, piece of heart, and 20 rubies, I think.
That was a 50 at the end, so yay, Johnny 2 bombs. He doesn't... Johnny 2 bombs. Just obviously doing the one thing that would result in giving 2 bombs. Just giving up absolutely nothing.
Well, at least we got bomb refills.
Yeah, but we do also find out that through Sailor Nep and GFE that Eastern is a blue pendant.
Yep. We're just one pendant away from knowing if this is an all pendant light world.
which is very unusual for them, might I add. Raids is going to be doing the arrow game, which is something that typically only happens in normal play if you're like pressed for 8 rupees. But generally, you would see it more in inverted as a way to get your money up.
That in retro, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, for ruby bows.
And there's ether for GFE. Yeah, let's bring up a good point. We found a lot of blue today.
Alright, and Sailor Nep, Sailor Nep had found the shovel off the sick kid.
Oh.
So it's a fetch quest.
Yep. We actually have partial access to another one too. As soon as we get that hammer, we'll have full access to another. But I imagine Sailor Nep is going to go ahead and do Thieves Town. They will actually be able to kill Argus, or she will be able to. And
yeah.
GFE is going to check Agina's cave.
Well, you can kill you can kill it. I don't think you can because like you have You need like I believe a second sword because no, you can kill it with two with a sword. It would just be long.
Yeah.
Desert Admire are the 5/6s.
Oh, nice. Yeah, spin strats will kill Argus.
Right.
Sword.
It's not the best. It's not the best way to get him, but it's there. No, and knowing that the hammer is like farther away than it is in Thieves Town.
There is Ice Rod in Side Spectacle,
which is something that Koi will pick up because you don't know if Trinex will pop up.
Yeah. Also, I'm sorry, I missed what you said about the 5/6. What were they?
Desert Admire.
Okay, so we do not have a full Light World pendant.
A full pendant Light Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's Sailor Nap going to be doing the Argus fight. Again, not the most pleasant of fights because you have to very, very slowly spin on these puffs.
Yep, our runners actually can almost beat Ice Palace right now. They just need that hammer off Hylia Island.
Yeah, we've had the tools to go inside my ice, but not clear it for a while now. Very nicely done from Sailor Net for the finish there, and that will be a crystal for Sailor Nap.
Yep, GFE's being the second person to get their. Koi just found the second sword.
Okay, not a bad spot for Aurelian Paradox.
Nope. Wait, when did Koi find the boots?
I missed that. It may have been during the play that this mountain play. I think
it could have been on Gary.
Maybe. I wasn't really paying close attention to Koi's feed. All I know is that Ice Rod was in Spec Rock.
Yeah, it had to be on Gary because there's no way it couldn't. There's nowhere else it could have been.
At least from Koi's routing.
Koi, you don't got the hammer.
That's an easy mistake to make.
Oh yeah. Sadly, doesn't got the mirror either from Eastern.
Raids and Pod going to. Oh, I guess Koi doesn't have boots.
Oh.
It must have been a mismark then, from our tracker.
Yeah, I think it was a mismark. Maybe it was supposed to be powder.
That or book.
It's got to.
Well, Raids found it here in Pod.
Yeah, Koi was in Skull Woods, which had powder, book, and lantern. So, ironically, all on the left side of the tracker.
Yeah. So, I was gonna point out that Raids in Pod had found the cape, and then also found the boots after that.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
So
that was the map to Turtle Rock.
Okay. But looks like a Moldorm sitting in Skull.
Ew.
On GFE side. Well, I don't think it's an ew because the AI for Moldorm gets broken on that platform.
In Skull Woods? Wow.
Yes. And we found our red mail.
Yep. GFE's doing a ped check.
I mean, you have the book and you're in Skull. That's typically the time to check the pedestal. So we'll see what this yields as we approach it.
It's
Snore.
a ped dead.
Snore. Okay, so yeah, confirmation from Andrew in our chat, saying that powder is embedded on Koi's tracker, not Boots. We found ice map.
And I did not get a good glimpse at what was Ice Palace.
I don't think it was checked yet.
No, we have somebody, Sailor Nep, she found the map to ice. So, and she looked at the map for like a split second.
You go.
GFE getting their lantern, powder in just a second.
Alright, here comes a Meyer map for raids, which raids will already knows which that is a 5-6 crystal. So it's not really of importance for that map. Oh.
Nope.
Right.
Sailor Nep is going to be the first one to get their hammer.
Yeah, this just will lead into a ice play, I'd assume, because it's so close by. But making a fool out of me is gonna go into Zora next to see what that is. Maybe pick up the map, that or
Sailor, you already went in there.
This is for a bottle check.
Okay. And that is green goo.
Okay.
And that was the compass that I couldn't see what it was in King's Tomb. What compass it was.
I see. It's hard to keep track of four people at the same time. But map picked up for GFE, which is not really an important one. That is the GT map.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not that useful. This is going to be Vidi on Vidi for Vidi's got a Vidi compass. The compass reveals for Ice's compass revealed that it was Vidi.
Ugh. Well, there's far worse bosses that could be in ice.
Knowing that Sailor Nep is gonna go ahead and get an arrow upgrade.
No, don't blame her there. Then she'll find silvers inside of the Ice Palace.
I mean, it's a spot.
There is 5 checks in here.
Yes. So here comes raids with the bombs, which from the old man or Gary or whatever. But with the boots in hands, raids will go ahead and take a look at this mountain play, and we'll see that this will be an ice rod.
Yep, and so far we don't know if Ice Palace is or not Ice Palace, Skullwoods is required or not.
As it stands right now, we actually have everything that we would need to kill every boss in the game. So
yeah, I keep mislabeling dungeons.
Yeah, I think with this this is like collectively we have we can kill every boss in the game. None of our players can actually do such a thing because
there's the mushroom.
Funny. Sailor only has Fire Rod, and Raids only has Raids and Koi have a Ice Rod. There's a Thieves' Hunt compass, which is completely irrelevant to Sailor at this point because she had already went in there and saw this was just Argus.
Okay, Turtle Rock is the last pendant, according to one of our trackers.
Okay, so that's good.
Oh, here's one of the I think, more difficult bomb jumps. Very nicely done by Sailor.
It's not that tricky. If I want to be honest, it feels weird to do, but it's I don't think it's that terrible. There's Big Key and Iced Tea.
And Catfish holds for us today. Probably nothing. It never holds anything good. Called it.
Yeah, just a 20 on Catfish as Koi is about to finish up this blind fight.
Yep. Though honestly, people say that's a scam fish. I'm like, he doesn't charge you anything though. How is that a scam?
Mostly the fact that you have this. I guess he scams you of your walking time.
I guess. Also, Big Chest of Ice Palace held a small key for the dungeon.
Yeah. So I believe with this, well, so I'm just gonna go and just do the Samaria version. Had to figure this one out. I had to figure out. Had to switch to hookshot. Just didn't want to mirror by accident, so it was, I guess, a miscounting of the. I don't think it was a miscounting of the items. Oh, that's actually kind of disgusting. Quake on Zora. I say it's disgusting because Turtle Rock was revealed to be Quake required.
Ew. Vanilla medallion today.
Yeah, we don't know if this is just truly vanilla medallions, period. So we're in a bit of a bind right now. It's down to 1 heart. I think she's in position to go ahead and just go for the top and then just work from there. And now, yeah, she's clear now. She's got 8 arrows more than 8 arrows to spare. That is a fight completed.
Koi picked up their master sword, and that's a heart container on the ice cold stare.
More importantly, that's sailed up second crystal.
Yep. Huzzah!
Alright, so GFV is returning to Skull Woods after picking up the Fire Rod.
Not a bad choice. It is a crystal.
And then Sailor again is going to head back into the upgrade ferry to get an arrow upgrade, meaning that's the rare time you see 40 arrows in a game.
Yep, don't usually see that. But she did buy the 1 upgrade already and then ran out of arrows.
Yeah, that was intentional because she only had she had fighter, and the arrows that she would have, the starting 30 arrows wouldn't have been enough to pay to cover the entire cost of the fight. So she had to buy an upgrade in order to get up to 35.
Yep.
And that's why she what she also did was she used bombs to soften up the small eyes. And this is what I mean by the AI being broken, Moldorm's AI being broken on this room.
That's just
It's essentially a free fight.
I know. It's like Link's Awakening's version of Trolldorm.
I guess I didn't play Link's Awakening, so I wouldn't know.
Or I should say the remastered version.
I haven't played that one either.
Yeah, the original was harder than Link's to the Past's version. The platform was like 10% the size. The original, was 10% the size of Link to the Past Trolldorm's platform.
Granted, this was on a small console, so yeah.
True.
Anyway, Sailor Nap about to approach this Moldorm with essentially the freest fight imaginable because his AI because Moldorm's AI pokes out.
What's Trolldorm on ice like?
Pretty much the same fight. Just the same fight, but it's a little bit more complicated because ice physics.
I so want to see a Trolldorm on ice.
It's possible if the duplicates line up in that way.
Yeah. I've gotten to see Trinex on ice.
Well, yeah, plenty of times. Anyway.
No, I mean like in GT, I've seen Trinex on ice.
Well, that's what I mean. Plenty of times. Anyway, Raids has entered desert while Sailor Nep is gonna pretty much get a free fight here.
Yep. And Sailor Nep finishes this with her third crystal.
Yep, and then and Koi has also obtained the hammer. And Koi is going to go somewhere. I'm guessing this is just the mirror portal to here, over here.
Koi
Catfish.
I could have sworn Koi got the mushroom.
Yeah, he did. So this is also not only for Catfish, but also for the potion shop.
Okay.
Or I guess, or no, I think he did. Did he? No.
I know
it had to have been one of them.
Yeah, I saw one of our runners get the mushroom.
Yeah, but this is a Catfish blade. But I don't know if Koi goes back for.
Oh, it was. I believe it was Sailor Nep. Because.
Yeah, Sailor Nep. That's what it was.
He's the only one that. There's our third sword in desert.
Third sword. So that's for raids. This is a second sword. For everyone else, that's tempered. Well, more importantly, Koi.
Yep. GFE and Sailor both need to go places to be able to get their second and third.
So, yeah. Right now, so as Reyes is about to head down to the back of there was a map, but a flow of freeze ended up just eating whatever it was. But what I noticed is
I think Sailor Nep's, when she found it, it was the desert one, or Hera, one of the two.
Oh, right. Did she go back for the Bag of Thieves, or did she not?
Maybe I'm getting my. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking I'm having seed bleed. I don't know. And Koi is getting the map off of Zora Ledge.
So this map is going to be for. Okay, we could have avoided that. Sailor made the right choice to avoid that completely.
Ugh. Sadly, that was Quake, like we saw earlier. That was Quake though on Zora today though.
Which could be an issue if there's something required there. Flukes. That's a problem.
Yeah, that is.
And we also found that Trunks is on desert.
Oh no.
which means we Raids has Ice Rod, and Fire Rod isn't too far away. Just go out to the just go out to a place.
Yeah, Ice Rod or everyone should have Fire Rod because it was in. Wait, where was it? Uh-oh. What's going on GFE's side?
Hang on. I guess in the meantime, Raids is gonna go. Raids is gonna do a thing, and that's wait.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost right now.
So GFE, huh? I guess okay. So what looks like what GFE happened was it seemed like there may have been a controller issue.
Oh. That would be bad. Yep, there's the mushroom for Koi right there. It was an ice.
So it looks like what GFE only lost was the flute. Which that's not a whole lot. You have to regain. Yeah, GFE didn't lose a whole lot from this hard reset. So so all he has to do is to go back to Thief Sound.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Which thankfully that's you can still continue off of that. So yeah, you still have to go back, get your stuff.
And there's the second shield, and this one was unavoidable.
Yeah, this was situated on the purple chest. Well, I guess in a way, if you could avoid it if you just completely skip the Smith chain. If you're like against the Smith chain, but you could at least avoid it.
Very true. It also looked like Smith chain didn't have anything of importance either, though.
Yeah, so you could at least you could make an argument that you could avoid that one. So say what I'm pertaining to Swamp. This Swamp doesn't have the map or the compass for it yet, so we'll just have to deal with that for now.
Chat brings up a good point that we're thankfully not at the spot where you save the game. You stop saving the game because you have flute.
Yeah, there are points where there is still merit to saving and quitting even when you have flute, like namely Spike Cave, but it's also some few exceptions as well. So even then, the flute was right here in the first place, so this wouldn't have been avoidable, and this could have been avoided anyway.
Yeah, true.
Or no, could have been avoided. There wasn't any way to like be like completely stumped on this. So Raid sees the hammer. It's gonna have to go into Eastern Palace, a Appended Eastern Palace, to get that mirror out of the big chest.
Yeah, for once, Eastern actually holding an item we need.
Okay, so to answer your question about what MCBoss Shuffle is all about, so we're gonna break this down into two because psychology. Map Compass Map Compass Shuffle. It's not like Master of Ceremonies or whatever, and Boss meaning it's a full boss shuffle, which means there will be at least 3 duplicates of a boss. Of any of the 3 bosses, or any of the bosses that we see. Or if you're like us and colloquially call it known as McBoss, you could just get like it's a combo meal where it's like you get a boss shuffle and then you get a boss shuffle and a map and compass and then fries and drink, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that mix blind you promised me.
So, boss, like, so I'll have to answer this as well. It is a boss shuffle, yes, but Randomizer would technically be referred to as just enemy shuffle and boss shuffle at the same time. It's if you're looking for like an enemy shuffle, that's just enemy shuffle, I would say. Personally speaking, it's not just Randomizer with just enemies and bosses. That's how I would at least categorize it.
Also, left side swamp having a piece of heart and 300 rubies.
Right, so we'll go ahead and get the fire rod here. So that means that Shrenex can be completable, and subsequently that means a completable desert palace.
Yep. This is turning into a jet seed, though, that's for sure.
We are Shro no, because we still don't know if Bombos is needed.
Yep. I was about to say, I think the only information we don't have is Misery Meyer. Which GFE can give us that information anytime.
Yeah, with that flute in tow, that is a possibility. I think it's more likely that GFE will do everything once you have, say, I guess when you have like when you have the ice rod, which is very accessible in any way.
Problem is for him and Sailor Nep, neither of them are above a fighter sword right now.
Yeah, but there is a sword. There are swords plenty. There are swords. Koi has one, and Raids has another two that on top of the swords that they already got from the start, which is pretty accessible. Also, we also have our first side. We have our first duplicate in the form of V. That's one of three. Nice stair extension, by the way, from Koi.
Where is Sailor?
Swamp.
Oh, okay.
So, which is a crystal.
Well, that's crystal number 4 and dungeon number 5 for Sailor.
Alright, so mirror in hand, this will be this is an ether tablet check, which it's not on the tracker, but Saradap has a book. And just pocket change.
Anyone else find it stupid that you need to have Master Sword to get the tablets, but yet you don't need just Fighter Sword for the medallions?
Technically, well, given the way you're supposed to get to those tablets, then well, you have there's an ether tablet right there. I guess it was implied in the story that it's just you need at least master for it. So I don't think it's quote unquote stupid, but it's more of like there is a lore reason for it, I think. GFE will go ahead and take this purple chest through. There's that information that GFE has that show that Turtle Rocket's a pendant. And without boots, he's gonna have to walk this all the way through and not be able to do the and make it a bit more easier of a time to just leave it behind and just have it spawn right next to have the enemy the correct version of the key the chest unlocker to spawn. So he's gotta get a shield here. GFE will take a look at this Bombos Temple as well. We'll find out its pocket change, and we'll just move on from here.
Wonder if he's going to Meyer now.
This is a Meyer play. So this is a Meyer play. So this will at least eliminate the Shro-No situation, and we'll figure out which what we still need. If it's not, it's just quick. So that's actually pretty terrible. So that means you have to go to Zora. Zora's actually required this seed.
Yeah, Quake is the drops at Zora.
Oh, and the silvers.
Here's the silvers.
Okay, so we have our first cold stare, I believe. So.
Yep, this would be, and it's in pod.
Okay, so we are in no. For what it's worth, GFE will need to go to we'll have to go to the mountain to get the ice rod. And then GFE will have to find another sword somewhere.
Also, Raids just completed Thieves Town.
Yep, that's 2 crystals on the board for Raids. This might be a very comfy situation for Raids. However, he still has to get the mirror from so he has to get the mirror still, which is in Eastern, and then has to go back into Thieves Town just to get the flute, which is required. The boots were in pod, to answer Mr. Scripted Tuna in the chat.
Yep, it's in the bottom part of that. It's in that floor with all the turtle thingies.
The turtle room.
Yeah, whatever the floor room is called down here. I genuinely forget what this room is called below this.
Oh, it's Stavros basement?
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to the turtle, like the turtle room before you head down, like where above that. The turtle room above almost Hellway, the compass chest.
No, I meant this room. This Alphos room is what I meant.
Yeah, Stavros basement.
Yeah, I never remember what this room is called.
GFE paying his visit to Johnny 2 Bombs.
Getting 6 bombs from Johnny 2 Bomb.
Ever since TJ told me about Johnny 2 Bombs, I've never looked back.
Yeah. TJ has a lot of inventive names.
Yeah. Alright, GFE will head into Swamp. So this will be the first time he sees Biddy.
Yep. And Koi is going to get a very, very easy Trolldorm kill.
Yeah, this is very simple because of the fact that the AI is completely bugged on this floor. Or on the moving platform.
Proceeds to hack the game, so I get this room whenever I fight with Moldorm.
Alright, Raids is gonna head back into Desert to finish up the Trinex fight. So, what I'm trying to remember is what the remaining two swords that we had, the two swords that we known about, and discounting the free sword that we got from like early on.
This one of the swords was in not Spectacle, Paradox.
So, all JP really needs to do is just head up to JP really just needs to head up to the mountain, and that would be go.
Yep.
Well, even I guess granted, you still probably would want to find the boots, which is in Pod, which you'll be heading to anyway. So you'll, if JP goes to Pod next, and then goes up the mountain, I think you're JP will be in a better position because you avoid the 1 in 22 go, and then that's it.
Yeah, I'm blanking. I'm sorry.
You're fine. So Raids will have his back into Trinex.
Yep, Tempered Sword makes this fight laughable.
Oh no, yeah, it's a very easy fight, and you have red mail, so you're fully protected from the attacks that Raids the Trinex can shield or can throw at you. And that's a Trinex down. That is a crystal. That's crystal number 3 on the board.
We need a Trinex on ice tonight.
So Sailor Nap is about to make her way to her fifth crystal.
What was in here? It was Cold Stare or Vitriol?
Cold Stare. Because we already know of the two viddies that are there that are in this seed. That being Ice and Swamp.
She's gotta be
okay.
careful.
She is a blue, so she's fine.
Why can't all bosses have a specific weakness like that?
I don't know. It's I think technically speaking, Blind doesn't really have a quote-unquote weakness, because it's just 9 hits and you're fine. It's on any weapon that can damage them.
Yep, which Fire Rod, Bow, and Ice Rod are like the only weapons that can't hurt, and Hookshot can't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you can't really hurt something with a Hookshot. Only stun it, or if you're Cold Stare, pull one of the puffs away.
Wait, you can pull a puff away with the Hookshot?
The Cold Stare puffs.
Oh, you mean the Argus puffs?
That's what I meant. The Argus puffs. What? Ugh.
I thought I was learning something new.
I said Cold Stare when I meant Argus. Yeah. Okay. So there's the GFA gave the information that there's the first of the duplicates. And Raids is thankfully heading into Eastern. This will be the mirror.
Renderer's not nervous.
Yeah, I'm not. What makes you think I'm nervous?
Like, he just knows that if he continues messing up, I will never let him live it down.
I mean, still.
Also, I'm joking, chat. Don't take that seriously.
Anyway, GFE in ice, obviously, because yeah, desert. There was a sword there. So really, you could if GFE just goes to either like desert or pod next up, then you're fine. So Sailor Depth will see that there's a Tri-X here, so has to bail out. But if Sailor Depth goes to the mountain, then she'll be fine because that would be go.
No, it wouldn't. Doesn't got the flute.
Well, once she goes back to Thieves Town, right? Which, right, I'm so flustered this entire game. Anyway, well, she would be one away from go mode. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Jiffy has just a bit of muscle memory there. So yeah, there's Quake, look, 2 away from go. Go -2.
Yep, thankfully Turtle Rock is not required to go into today.
Yeah, which is good, because at that point, you can just ignore that entirely. You don't even care what the boss is.
It would be almost nice too on TR. Just watch.
If on the off chance we go there, which is probably never. And even then, what?
Surprisingly, GFE, the only one that's done Thieves Town that actually went to do the basement.
Which is concerning. So set up choosing to save quiz as opposed to mirroring.
Probably going to go ahead and do the mountain now.
This is probably a mountain play plus King's Tomb. So Raids gets the hammer here. That's everyone who has a hammer. And then for Raids has to go back into Thieves Town to get the flute, which is very committal. You don't ever go back to Thieves Town because GFE made the decision to completely do Thieves Town normal, as if it wasn't boss shuffle, and that decision has really helped him in this race, whereas everyone else did this just checking it blind and hasn't went back since.
Yeah, which honestly, that puts GFE at a huge lead in my opinion.
Well, I would say more of an advantage rather than a lead. Just he's got the advantage of heading down to having that of having gone to Thieves Town just doing a full clear on it, and yeah. So this is a pod play. This is for boots. So there won't be any other Stro situations, Stroker situations.
I am honestly surprised that GFE didn't finish Desert. Oh, wait, never mind. He doesn't get Ice Rod. Ignore me.
Yeah, I don't think GFE has went to Desert, period.
Yeah, he went into he checked Meyer. That's the only thing he did.
Yeah, and I think that was the Meyer area, and that was it.
Yep, and Sailor Nep is checking the Paradox.
Surprisingly, with surprisingly, just doing Paradox first, and then routing back up to. And that is also that and the fact that it's also a boot slug desert.
Okay, I apparently keep blinking whenever we check the torch.
I mean, granted, it's so quick of a check that you don't. That's really, if you're not paying too much attention, then it becomes a problem.
Yep. Thank you, chefs.
In our chat, that is. So, GFE on the path for the boots, and Koei is about to fight Trinex. This will be for the 6th crystal.
Yep. Koi just needs the flute for go mode.
Full on go, yeah. Which again is good. Is situated on the Thieves' Town big chest, pretty deep in. Yeah, Sailor has not checked Spec Rock. That's why I was very surprised to see her going to Paradox first after taking the old man in.
Probably due to the significant amount of checks.
That may just be. It could just be density. Yeah, that's true. But even then, you would still probably you still do the fronts, like the start first.
Very true.
The order kind of. I think that's why the order was interesting because she's doing Spec Rock last as opposed to first. Well, second to last, because a Spike Cave is a thing.
And Raids goes ahead and takes down not Cold Stare. Vitreous.
The Ice Palace boss.
Vitreous number 2, but yeah.
Yeah, Vidi 2. And for him it's Vidi 1, but we know this is just the Ice Palace boss. So that's just Ice Palace completed for him. Wait. Zonap is choosing to do Spike Cave.
Did they check Spectacle Rock and we didn't notice?
She's going back. She's going back. Okay.
I keep saying they. I am sorry, guys. I'm not doing that on purpose.
I mean, it's fine. But I guess. All right. So she is heading back. I still don't agree with the fact that she's doing this last.
Yep, and she's grabbing this ice rod. Please do not go into Turtle Rock.
I mean, she can't because she doesn't have Quake.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's few, but the thing is that we know we do not need either of the pendant dungeons.
Well, save for beer. Save for beer on Eastern.
Yeah, but besides that one, I mean. Also, where are the silver arrows again?
Meyer area. There's Meyer Shed.
Oh, okay. That's why nobody else has them.
Yeah, because GFE is the only one who has went to the Meyer area. I record would be the only one who would be getting that one.
I wonder how many of our runners accidentally misclicked Thieves' Town as being fully cleared.
I wouldn't really wish that, honestly.
I wouldn't either. I'm just wondering if they did that by accident.
Even then, I still don't think that's a big consideration to have. Like, but Saradep is in Hera, and Koi is about to head into Turtle Rock. So we will be seeing this Turtle Rock play, even though this is the wrong call. Both of these runners have to head back into Thieves Town to get that float. And once again, this is just going to show how correct the call was for how GFE made the right call to complete Thieves Town as if it was just a regular seed, not a boss shuffle. And it's really paying out big from, because he's got float, and it's in the Thieves Town big chest.
Oh yeah. And Hera basement had the big key apparently.
Yeah, that's whatever. Anyway, GFE now with 5 crystals on the board. It's gonna go and flute away to where we're going to Meyer. Okay, so still Mountain is not in the mine yet.
Minus Sword, he's in go mode right now.
Well, minus. Alright, did he went up the mountain? Because he's going back to. No, he's going to desert now because he's minus Sword and Ice Rod. That would be go minus 2. Well, with now the fact that he is heading to the desert now, he's gonna be heading to get this. He's gonna get the sword here, which means he is on an Ice Rod hunt.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that this is boss shuffle.
Yeah, so the second cold stare, this cold stare received on Eastern is our second one, so that's 2 of the duplicates.
Eastern, did you do something with your hair?
And this is a green pendant for Sailor Left after this completion. Now, I wouldn't say he missed the Ice Rod to answer our tracker. I think he just hasn't went up. JV has not went up the mountain at all.
Yeah, oh no.
Well, he will be bailed out. He will be bouncing after this play is done. This, I would say, wait, he didn't get the second sword. He also didn't get this. Well, I guess he's checking the back first to see what the boss is, and then heads back. That's fine.
He must not have found the compass, the desert.
Well, I don't think any of our runners did that, because they both went in. They both, I believe, went in blind. They all went in blind. But I guess instead we're going into Meyer, which is fine because you have to clear this anyway. We should. I don't know if we get a. I don't think we ever got a Meyer compass, so we would have to check this blind anyway.
Yeah, we got the map. We didn't get the compass.
Okay, so this is fine because you even though this is fine because you're for Crystal, but eventually he's gonna have to make his way up the mountain to get that Ice Rod, and then subsequently get a sword, and then get a sword from Paradox.
And
so,
that's the compass, the desert.
Which means no matter what you're gonna do, you were gonna blind check this unless you were going out of your way to get Hera completed.
Koi also found half magic in TR apparently.
Yeah, that's fine. That's actually not it's a luxury, but it's not. We're not clamoring for it right here. And I would reckon no one is going to be heading into Thieves Town or Turtle Rock just to get half magic.
Oh yeah, nobody's going to be grabbing that.
No, it's only Koi that's gonna be grabbing this. I would say.
I just thought of something. Does Koi think the pet is a thing?
That would be horrible. I don't believe. Did he check it?
No, he is not. Oh, he did.
He
okay.
did check it. Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Because like, I don't think he would be going out of his way to clear this just to get the pendant if he already checked it and he knew it was nothing.
Sailor is checking the castle.
Again, not a bad idea on paper, but still hates to go to Thieves Town to get the flutes. Because she's go -1. Oh, 2 rather. She's go -2 because she hasn't went to Zora yet. But she still has to do that.
Yeah, very true.
We have our first Lammo of the night.
That is an interesting land mole.
I mean, you have a big room. It's not that terrible, and we get bombos out of that. Wow. Okay. We're not, and again, we're not actively going for it, but that is for all intents and purposes all of our pet medallions. That sounds about right, because I believe Thieves Town. I think he did end up doing that because he was late to the Thieves Town play, which may have been a contributing factor to why GFE had done everything all at once.
That makes sense. I didn't even think about that GFE was the only person with the hammer at the time.
That sounds about right. And that, yeah, because the Thieves Town bitch has the flute. So, by the fact that Sailor Deb had the fact that the hammer ended up being as late as it was, or well, for the writers to come up, for them to be that late after finishing Thieves Town, they were left in a situation where they're gonna have to check the boss, and then once they get the hammer, they have to run. Once they have hammer, they're gonna they might be in a problem. That's a problem because they catch 20. Which I get, because Thieves Town was the first thing on their minds on the writers' minds, and hammer was on Lake Hylia Island. They're left in a situation where they have to kill the boss first, and they're putting off Thieves Town until it's the right time to do it, or they last locate it, because you have to get the hammer first before getting everything else.
Yep, and I honestly thought Sailor was going to Thieves Town for a second.
This was just to check the beer checks. But,
it's Armos on acid today.
Literal acid, like the damaging water.
Yes.
Sulfuric acid.
Also, looks like Sailor is gonna finally do the Zora check, though.
Yeah, this will result in her getting that quake, which would feel really bad for her, because she could have had this she could have had this a little bit. She could have had this earlier.
Yep. Where are you going, GFE?
So I guess Nep at that point, Nep, since she has Penta Crystal knowledge, she doesn't have to get this map, because it's at that point unnecessary to get the map. That's where it's like, okay, she didn't lose a whole lot of time just going out of her way to get that map in the first place, which was the Hyrule Castle map.
Yep, the second most useless map in the game.
Well, I would argue both these GT and I argue both GT and the GT and Hyrule Castle maps are useless for a map compass shuffle, and it looks like Sailor Map is on the way to Turtle Rock, so this is going to be a big time sink, and the only thing to show for it is a half magic.
Yep.
This really hurts. And this really, really hurts. GFE is about to... Okay, this is just a flip to 3 for what? Because GFE still has yet to go up the mountain to get the ice rod off of Spectacle Rock. And Raids is still on the... It still has to go into Pod, or to go into Turtle Thieves Town. Yeah. To get the flute, which is what his go mode is.
At this point, everyone's go mode except GFE's is the flute.
Yes. And from what I can tell, no, GFE has been on the mountain. And the other swords, to answer a question in the chat, there was Hobo, Paradox Cave, and Desert.
Also, apparently GFE never did Skullwoods.
I guess granted, that's not a bad idea, not terrible, because well, he didn't do the back. Because he did the front and not the back.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so this will be, again, an easy fight for GFE because this is... Well, look at it. The AI is so busted.
Well, it should be an easy fight, but Trolldorm was deciding to be trolly for once.
For the one moment where the broken AI put Trolldorm in a corner. This big there was a Master Sword that on Desert there is one that's sitting in the Big Key chest, which Big Key is on the torch.
Yep, and the third sword is on Paradox.
Yeah, so that is... You've seen the boss, and you already see the boss. He knows he needs to find an ice rod. Alright, so we're going back to the Mire area for sword.
X and Desert.
So this will result in a sword for GFE, and all GFE needs to do is just to go up to Spectacle Rock.
Yep, Koi and Raids though are both in Thieves Town.
They are neck and neck at this point. They're finally making the right call, but Raids, I would say, went in there first. So this will be a go mode, but this won't be really good for Raids because well, I saw the set the situation. Thieves Town was they did Sailor, Koi, and Raids all did Thieves Town before getting the hammer, which is fine, because you can check the boss. If you can clear it, that's fine. That's not a big deal. They were able to clear it, so they had to go back. So they finished it, and they had left it out for a long time. And and then they had to get the hammer. Because of the fact that they didn't have hammer, they had no reason to go to the back because they didn't want to mess up big chest. That subsequently costed him, and GFE is finally heading up the mountain. He's going the right way. He has a better has the better lead here. GFE will be in go mode soon.
Yes.
But so for go mode, it's 124.39 for Raids will be the first one of the runners to get into go mode. He'll have to go to Meyer. However, GFE, he's got to do Tridix. That's it. Just got to do Tridix. Koi will be entering go mode at 124.54, and GFE will enter go mode at 125 flat.
Yep, Sailor Nep sadly is quite a bit away from being in go mode.
Yeah, and this is the same situation that I brought up with. She still has to go back to Thieves Town.
She will most likely do it after Turtle Rock.
I hope so. By the way, those slashes are for timing just for timing purposes. They're not rage slashes or anything. They're just timing purposes.
Which slashes?
The slashes that Soundep did when on Laser Bridge, just so that she waits up the time to enough time for her to be able to cross safely without getting hit.
Oh, okay.
On the way, like she doesn't get hit as she's about to head the way back. So here we go. GFP is about to hit her Tridix. And Soda gets the bump medallion as well, which really that's I guess nice if you want to wait a long time to clear up to do a scream wipe.
My thoughts are, why can't the Bombos medallion hurt Landmole?
They're underground, and they're in the air.
Touche.
I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to come up with a reason as to why. Now, one thing that GFE does not have an advantage on Koi and Raids is swords.
Nope, and the fourth one will most likely be in GT somewhere.
Like it could show. It might show up there. We've practically seen the entire dungeon. So, all right. Now, normally I would tell you to go put a number between 1 and 22. However, I'm gonna twist it on its head here as Soundep's gonna pull the pedestal. Oh no. Guess which room? Which room is where the big key's at? You could guess numbers if you want. I will take that into consideration. But guess which room it is.
I just put tile room.
Yeah, of course. All right. Why? Because I like it. I like it like that.
Hey, I've done it before.
All right, so GFE is on the way to GT. Now, this actually is a very close race between Koi and Raids, all things considered.
Yeah. One thing though that GFE does have over over Koi and Raids is he does have the silver arrow.
Yes, silver. There's a silver advantage for GFE, but I don't think that's enough to make up the time. To answer a question in the chat, the flute was in the Thieves Town big test, which Sailor is on the way for. This has to be a last location. Full stop. For both Koi and Raids, everyone except for GFE. Alright, guess will close as soon as we get a check to see which one as soon as GFE enters the tower. Last call for any guesses in the chat. Alright, we're closed. Let's go.
Yep, and Torch holds a 20. Not the red we're looking for.
This sounds like to me this is a DM route from GFE.
Left side then right.
Yeah. 2, 3. Alright, we're good. 5, yeah. Having that beer out, but that was made the assertion that yeah, this is a DM route.
Now watch him find it right here.
That would be 6 or 7.
Yep, here's 7, and it's nothing.
Okay, so we to continue forward. So we had DM room, Bob Torch, and Hope room out.
Yep. Sorry, I'm blanking again.
Now, if we don't get the exact room or chest, if no one gets the exact room or chest, I will try to come up with the closest one. So that was 10 if you were doing numbers. So since I didn't mention this, I don't think there wasn't a compass bottom left, but I will say, because I guess it's closest, homemade beer gets it with Hope right. And then for the ones that were guessing the numbers, the closest one period was Oakenstein with 11.
Oh, we aren't going by Price is Right rules?
Well, yeah, I don't believe in Price is Right rules because I don't think Price is Right's a good game show.
Well, you're overruled by me.
Man,
we went with your rules for how we were doing it, and we're going by Price is Right rules.
Oh, come on! I mean, either way, he still would have. I mean, either way, Oakenside still would have won because. No, he's still over because that would mean it would be 8 technically by Yuri.
Yeah.
Because. But if we were going for absolute top or absolute, if we were going for absolute closest, top, like above or below, that would have been 11.
Let's put a poll in chat. See who they think is right.
I mean, both. I mean, I'm gonna say both. I mean, both Oakenstein. Well, Oakenstein, Yuri, and Homemade Beer wins. There we go. I solved it.
I love Lana Bean's her message. Odd Couple, Nira and Renderer Edition. People, do not go to your keyboards. Do not write that.
Oh, interesting. All right, we have a Hobo store, which is the first time we've seen this. And perhaps the only time we see it because this is, because I believe we had not seen a single Helmastar this entire game.
Nope. Wonder if we'll get to see Helicopter Helma, though.
I don't believe I don't believe that's even possible at this point. Because because it would have to be, another Moldorm, or another Moldorm and Bofula. And yes, GFE dodged the 4th sword, which was in Desert.
No, it was Paradox.
Or Paradox, yeah, Paradox. Because did he get this? No, didn't he get the Paradox Sword?
Nope. He went to desert.
Oh, this scene's been so messy. My mind's all screwed up.
GFE like quadruple dipped desert.
Yeah, there was first to get boots locked, second time to see what the boss is, third time to, I guess, clear out checks, and then the final time to finish the boss. There was a sword on Hobo, but everyone got that one. So yeah, so it had to have been either another Moldorm, or a Moth. So that's it. And obviously, with the equipment that he has, he's not gonna open a fluff chest. Why would you open a fluff chest? This is a free-for-all race. Time matters.
Yep. And despite the fact that he quadruple checked desert, he's the one going into Ganon first.
Yeah. It's just the result of how it's just what final boss what boss he had to finish up before he got the GT. Straight, plain and simple.
Yep. Also, those wondering in chat, silvers were in Mire Shed.
Yeah, and also sword advantage, which honestly at this point, this silver advantage doesn't really matter. It's just more of a, hey, he's got silvers. This makes Ganon pretty much normal.
Yep, minus being on tempered instead of butter.
Yeah, and even though, yeah, and despite the fact that GFE had completely skipped on the entirety of the mountain, up until getting the ice rod, he's still ahead.
Yep, he's gonna finish at least 5 minutes ahead of whoever finishes second in restream.
Yes. But as it's right now between Raids and Koi, Raids is ahead of Koi. And Sarah is about to finish up this Tridex fight.
Wow, I blinked and GFE's already on phase 3.
Yeah, goes to show if you can get a 1-in-1, it's just a cakewalk. You don't have to worry about it. It's Gold Sword really doesn't. It's not a big deal because it's a free 1-in-1.
Talithar, I still don't know the timing stuff. That's why I guess 5 minutes.
GFE, Ganon's not really letting up on the teleports. It finally gets through. There's no way it doesn't really care about Torch Glitch here, but that's clean to it. The two doubles here. And GFE will be the first one to finish this stream out finish this race out on the race stream. So GG's out to GFE. And give the official race time to GG time, and it's going to be 1:38.09, finishing second overall, and 2 minutes exactly behind our first place finisher, Scupula.
Yep. And get your GGs in for everybody that's involved in this race. We have 12 different runners today.
Yep, that's a total of 12 here, and we have GFE on board, so GGs.
Yeah, GG's, GFE.
Thanks for the GGs.
So, Mountain?
I mean, why? Like, why Mountain?
Ice
there's,
Rod?
there's pendants up there. I don't want Mountain.
Density? No density?
How about emulator crash that cost you 5+ minutes? So, yeah.
Was it not because of a controller? Or was it straight up an emulator
Well,
crash?
it was a mixture. See, I play on a laptop, and I've had that happen before. It happens specifically if I'm walking through a doorway, and I guess maybe I nudged my controller USB cord or something, and it just won't stop walking. And I kept hoping like maybe it was just something weird, and the Zyzax would knock me out of it, although they did not want to hit me for any reason whatsoever. And then when I finally got hit and it just kept going, I tried reconnecting the controller, and that's when the emulator just shut down. So losing the Skullwoods boss kill and going all the way to Back of Thieves, it's a pretty good chunk of time. Like, I don't know if I come out of this race in total first place without it, because I probably route slightly differently. But yeah, I don't know if I would have rushed the mountain though anyway. Like, I had access to so many crystals. I just wanted to do crystals because there's pendants on the mountain. I don't want to go over there. But
the only thing you missed on the mountain was the fourth sword and Paradox. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The only things I would say that I did extra before the mountain that I wouldn't have otherwise were like the boots checks. The Rat Side Desert thing was just like purely on me. Like after I saw Trinax, I was just so distressed. I went straight to Meyer without going back in for those 2 checks. So I am glad I at least went back for Right Side Desert, because that sword definitely made skipping the rest of the mountain a lot easier.
Yeah, then you thankfully found another sword in GT.
Oh yeah, because if you do hope right, you're not getting that sword.
Yeah, if you just go for a full right, then yeah. Which because then you have a key, you probably would, because, well, if that's kind of meta.
Yeah, I mean that's the norm. So if you're not a Dark Magician router, you're probably not getting the sword in Hope Room. Of course, most people probably are getting the one in the mountains, so...
Yeah, but overall, it still wasn't too bad. I mean, 2 minutes behind the first place, that's still nothing to shake a stick at.
Oh yeah, like I'm considering the crash. I'm more than happy with this. Like, I figured I was doing pretty well because so many people hate Back Thieves and Randomizer. I'm one of those people that hates Back Thieves and Randomizer just because it feels so slow. But when it's Map Compass Shovel and you know those are all items, it's just kind of hard to skip.
Yeah, I think so here's my thought. Because Thieves Town, well, because you pick the hammer before you went to Thieves, right?
Yeah, that's one thing, is I routed north and I wanted to get hammer before I went into Village. I bet a lot of people probably went through Village and got hammer after Hive Cave. So I can see isolating Back of Thieves for sure then.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. Koi, Sailor, and Raids all did Thieves Town before getting the hammer off of Hylia Islands. And
Makes
that
sense.
subsequently really resulted in practical last locations of that flutes.
Yeah,
that makes more so. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that makes full sense, because I specifically routed across to get that hammer first, because I didn't want to isolate Magic Bat, because I wasn't about to mirror and like lose my portal, because I knew where hammer was. Didn't want to isolate hammer pegs and Thieves' big chest, so it was more just I'm the type that doesn't like to make skips normally, so I wanted to make sure I could clear those. And then after that crash, I decided to make skips of different sorts, just out of desperation. Also,
Koi and Raids both finished 2 seconds apart.
Oh wow.
Koi finished 143.23 and Raids finished 143.25. GG's and welcome Koi.
We'll get Raids in just a second. I also should point out that Arya Stark 29.42, finishing third with 141.58. Alright, here's raids. GG's both of you, by the way.
GG's.
GG's, guys.
So, Thieves Town Big Chest?
So in Randomizer, it's a very common strategy to just ignore the backup thieves until you don't have anything better to do, because you only need the boss, right? So there's two traps in this seed. One is you do it too early and you skip the big chest, or two is you do it too late and you full clear Turtle Rock and Hera before going back.
There was a third option. It wasn't pretty, but I did it.
What's that one?
Oh, I just figured everyone was going to go to Hera and Turtle Rock, so I might as well go to Thieves Town first.
I mean, there's also the option of the only thing you open on the mountain is getting the ice rod, and that's your go mode.
Yeah. To put that into context, GFE had completely left out the mountain until getting the ice rod. And that was it.
Wow.
I actually routed across North Dark World to get Hammer before going into Village of Outcasts, because I hate isolating checks.
I didn't have the mirror that early.
Yeah,
there.
I made the Eastern play, so that was the thing.
Yeah, I disagree with your play.
Yeah, I didn't have the mirror, and I didn't know Hammer was on
a lot
the
of-
island at that time.
or not.
To be,
I was questioning it too, personally, but
to be honest, like I was just hoping Crystal, and I had a pretty sweet blind fight.
Did you have a sword?
I had
You faked
Samaria.
a hobo or something?
No, I had Samaria. I mean, I did later. Well, no, I didn't fake flip it. But I had Samaria, and I did escape just to get a little magic, and then I got a full magic drop off a Popo right before the boss.
Oh,
So
did we have a compass for it? I didn't know what the boss was, so I got
I got compass from somewhere. I don't remember where. Oh, it was in Saha. The compass for Eastern.
Oh, yeah. See, I did Saha after Eastern. But I went to Eastern, like, super late when I had, like, the full complement of items.
Yeah.
And I could kill, I think, every boss except for Cold Stare. And Frank.
Yeah, I mean, all y'all's plays was fully defensible. Like, me getting Hammer was before that area, since I had Mirror, was very conservative. And like you said, normally in Randomizer, I hate back at Thieves Town because it's so slow. The only reason I did it in this version was because of the map compass shuffle, and it was just more items.
Yeah, you could full clear it on the first trip.
Yeah, exactly. And then I had a emulator crash right after picking up the flute, so I lost like 5+ minutes and had to do it again.
If you were better at the game, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, exactly. that's why I skipped the whole mountain, just to counteract how bad I am. GG's to now.
yeah. So yeah, that was a seed, all right. It really, I think there was a lot of weight, like a lot of. I think really the biggest problem was the flutes for everyone except for GFE. So GG's also. I got it. Sorry. So GG's out to Sailor Dep. We'll be finishing out this race stream race out. I'll be finishing fourth on race stream with an official race down time of 1:48 flats, and that is going to be good for 6th overall.
One minute left to join the casual boots ladder.
Go.
I need sleep.
All right.
GG Nut.
Thanks for the GGs.
Welcome.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
Thieves Town Big Chest.
Yeah. So about that, for me, knowing when the hammer was and just clearing out the actual dungeon and stuff the first time, I was just like, I'm not going back in there.
Yeah, that was basically what happens for coin raids. Although it wasn't to like for raids in particular, it wasn't on a scale of just complete every dungeon, all 10 dungeons in the game, that kind of thing. And GFE had only left out the ice rod because pendants, and that was his reason.
Yeah, I have no regrets about going Mountain Late myself. It didn't work out, but it was never appealing with so many clearable or probably clearable crystals versus a 2-pendant mountain.
Yeah, I was living the dream until I saw Boots Like Desert, and then finally got Boots, and then I was living the dream until I saw Trinex. So, shoutouts to Desert for making me dip it 3 times.
Yeah.
So I'm going through Turtle Rock thinking like, okay, well, hopefully the flute's just here, but I guess there's an out where like Bombos is here, and that ends up being required. I guess it's on Spark and Trinex.
Well, GF, if it makes you feel any better on your triple dip desert, I triple dipped thieves. So
I mean, I got the flute twice, so there's that. Shoutouts to emulators. Oh man.
Shush. We don't use emulators. We use the real hardware.
I mean, some people just don't have the hardware.
Yeah.
We can't admit that, though.
Just have legitimate ROMs, that's all.
Yeah.
I see no problem.
I actually own like every version of this game anyway.
I want to make this quick because this was the thing. So, final thoughts for people here for the stream.
Just thanks everybody for the restream. Should be interesting to watch back. I'm happy how it turned out considering the crash. It didn't cost me a whole lot of time, but like it's always stressful when that happens mid-race, and it makes you make some a little bit wild plays, and it just happened to work out this seed. So appreciate you guys, appreciate trackers, and had a lot of fun.
GG.
thanks for putting this on. It was a fun seat.
It was fun to call.
Yeah, definitely a fun race in the end. But as far as that's concerned, I think we're just about done here. So currently, as far as our schedule is concerned, we currently have on Speed Gaming Prime a matchup between between Malkier and Malclear of the Zelda 1 randomizer, random percent 3. So that's something that'll be a great one to watch, that's for sure. And as far as that's concerned, that wraps up Monday. And as far as tomorrow's concerned, we don't have a schedule. We don't have full schedule yet, and we don't know if it's and we don't know if there will what will be popular by then. But our next daily race is going to be stand hard, hard item pull standard, random sorts. So, which again, that was also another main tournament mode, because we are gearing up for this year's main tournament. We'll see what the format is all about. And other than that, make sure you give our followers, runners a follow. Put up an absolute great performance. And then shout outs to our crew. I'm Professor Renderer. We had Keith and Keith and Susaru on tracking, and then we had Dear Light Shine being my co-com.
Yo, everybody.
And yeah, give us a follow as well.
Promise.
I'll fulfill that. But yeah, I'll let you have the final word, and that's it for me.
I'm bad with final words, so final word.
That means bye. All right, take it easy, everyone.
See you guys.